Hello, and welcome to the Budshow. Here we go. I want to talk real quick about what I want to do in my life and what I want to do for the community. A long time now, people have known that I've been in the rescue squad, the fire department, and hazmat and all that other kind of stuff. I've been doing it for over 30 some years, but now I'm retired. I need something to do. So now that I've become more spiritual and aware of what's going on around me and what I've been doing in my life, which is not much, it's time for me to do what I've always wanted to do. I want to do something for my community on a different level. Now, most of you know that I do, survival and preparedness stuff and different things like that. And I'm kind of getting into trying to do something different because for me, it's just not working out. I have the stuff, I do the stuff, whatever, but it's no results. Maybe it's just the way I am. But lately, I've become more spiritual and aware of my surroundings and what God is actually talking to me about to do. In my heart, I feel I know what I want to do in my life. I don't want to be spending the rest of my life sitting at a desk as a security guard and wasting my life. That's what I see. The money's not bad, but I'm wasting my life. So, what I'm going to do, and I'm very seriously going to do this, is set up a business called Community Preparedness Place. Now, Community Preparedness Place is going to be a different type of business or project. I don't know what you want to call it yet because I have many ideas. So what it would be is a place where people could come from the community. I don't discriminate against anyone. If you have a drug problem or alcohol problem, if you're homeless or whatever, I'm supposed to help you. I want to help you. Now, I know there's different agencies out there that do provide services, but they only provide them up to a certain point, and then that's it. I want to go beyond that. Every day we drive by these big bins of clothing and stuff, and we see a lot of bags of clothing laying outside and stuff like that. But did you realize that if it's outside the bin, it's public domain, you can take that? A lot of people don't realize that. So that's one way of giving back to the community, is taking that clothing, cleaning it, getting it ready, and either selling for a couple dime or something, or just giving it to people, help them. Me, I rather just clean it up, give it to them, give it to people. One of the things, the big problems I have right now is I've been doing some research and I've talked to a couple of people that actually work on some of them sites, and a lot of them don't tell you anything about where that clothing goes. One person told me one time, he said, "Well, I know it gets shipped overseas and they do something with it and then they ship it back." What does that tell you, people? Something's not right there. And those of you that are poor and have, low income or less unfortunate, are you getting clothing? Do you have to go through a thrift store that these people may have taken that stuff from or brought it in and pay for it? I don't think that's right. But anyway, that's one of the services I want to do. And also, if we have extra food, canned food or whatever, we're also going to look into doing that. Now, I'm not flying here. I am not going to be one of them. I'm not going to be just another charity. I'm not going to be a charity. I'm going to be for profit. But being for profit, that's an interesting word. Being for profit means that whatever I sell as far as survival and emergency equipment and whatever, rescue equipment, and different things like that, preparedness stuff, that is the money that will be used to turn it over and go back into helping the people and the public. That's what I want to do. Now, what type of equipment and products would we have? We would have survival equipment, used military equipment, no guns, no knives, no nothing like that, just clothing or whatever people like to use. Camping equipment, emergency preparedness equipment, fire department type of equipment, different medical equipment, bandages, first aid kits, different things that the fire departments or rescue squads use to help them in case there is an emergency, that they could store it on site and we would have it there for them for a big emergency or a bulk storage. Want to do different things like that at no charge. Oh my God, no charge? And how are you going to do this? Because the Lord will provide. See, that's the problem. A lot of people are out for money, 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 going to make that money, but they really don't see what's happening and why, what's happening to them. But anyway, so having that also, and the same thing too is I want to go out, do an outreach to the community and tell them, hey, I'm going to do a free course. It'll probably be less than an hour because people's attention span is probably about 10 minutes, maybe less. But the way I do training, it's a one-on-one kind of thing. We have fun, we talk, we joke, you learn. None of this, the equal square to the 14th is 19 from the 7th and the 14th and the 4th and then 18 to the 1. No. I talk about common sense thing. You're in your home and you have a disaster or something happens outside the home or with your family or your neighbors, and you have no water, no electric, no this, no that, no cell phone, oh my God, no internet. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Simple things: how to stock water, how to boil water, how to have canned food, how to cook without electric or the stove. All these little things, common little sense things. I want to teach that to people at no charge. And then, it's like being a farmer. You plant that seed, and then it grows, and it goes, just like it wants to reach up to that sunlight. It wants to learn more. It wants to protect more. And it helps you, and it helps your neighbor. It helps people in the community. Now, I know that a lot of people don't know their people in their neighbors in their community because they're afraid. Or they're afraid that they're going to come rob them or do something or steal stuff from them, all that kind of stuff. We got to stop that. That's why our country is in the shithole that we're in right now. Excuse my Hungarian. But that's the thing, folks. I want to do something different. It'll be for profit, but it'll also have services to help people. To help people. To bring them to the point where they go, this guy's really nice, or this idea is really nice, and maybe I should think about it. That's all I want you to do. I don't want you to give up your life. I don't want you to say, oh, I don't want to do this. I'm going to be self-centered for the rest of my life. Then you'll never get anywhere. If you give of yourself, a lot of things will happen. So anyway, one of the other things I want to get into is animal rescue. We'll have different products for animal rescue. When I say rescue, I'm talking about maybe at a disaster site where we would take our stuff out there, or we would supply a group that does animal rescue and things, search and rescue kind of things, and does treatment for animals, no matter how big or small. We would have the cages and maybe the food or the water or anything like that. Those things are something that we in the emergency services community don't really think about. I know there's a couple of groups here and there in different counties that have those kind of groups and stuff like that, which is awesome. I think that's awesome. But when it comes to that, there's really nobody in a community or a town that has a place where you can go to get those things, where you can go to get knowledge, where you can go to get things that you need. Now, I'm not talking about going crazy and buying all these survival stuff and pet stuff and things like that. That's up to you, what you want to do. But becoming educated and understanding how things work and how to survive in your own with practical stuff is the key. Now, as I said before, I'm not political. I'm not into this group or that group. I'm just me. Bud Hahola, by myself at the moment. I want to do more. I just want to do something different. Getting back to the store, it's going to be something to the point where it's like a department store. Now, those of us are old enough to know what a department store is. It has every little department. It has camping and food and this and that and here and there. It's big enough so people could come in. I would know them by name. I know their needs, their interests, and help them out. One of the things I hate the most, I'm sure you do too, is you walk into a department store or a box store. Bang! They're right on you. What can I help? What can I do with you? What, can I help you? Can I help you? What can we help? I'm not like that. I would never be like that. They come in. You come to me and you say, hey, I'm looking for such and such. That's the way. When I had my store years ago, different story. That's the way I used to be. Go, hi, how are you today? Let me know if I can help you, and I'll be right there. Instead of hovering over somebody and then turning them off to walk out the door, and then they remember that the rest of their time. I don't want it that way. I want it to be that way. We got to get our communities together and make them stronger. Now, one of the things that I kind of forgot to touch on is the volunteer fire departments, the rescue squad, community groups, church groups, police departments, hospitals, etc., would also benefit for something like this. Police departments and emergency services and fire departments and etc., everybody's on a budget. Everyone. How do you get, when you have a major disaster, an incident in your town or your community, how do you deal with it? Well, we have resources and stuff like that. Great. But does your resources, can they help 50 people? 100 people? Thousands of people? 100,000 people all at once without bringing in other communities and state and feds and other groups to come in? What if I told you the reason I want to do something like this, if people in the community can help themselves and survive themselves until they need to be rescued or evacuated, wouldn't that save a lot more time and money and effort and save lives and property? Yes. Most of us know how to handle a big snowstorm, and some of us don't. We forget about our neighbors. I see it all the time. I'm out there shoveling my 2 to 3 feet of snow, and I believe me, you're exhausted, you're tired. But lately, I've been seeing the thing that impresses me the most is other people helping me. I got a snowblower. Let me come over here and do that for you. And most people are like, oh, no, I'm good. I want to give myself a heart attack. But I'm getting off track. We need to get people back together and be concerned about each other. And that's why I want to start this business. Well, anyway, I probably lost you about 13 minutes ago. I'm sorry for that. But I want to start. I need to do this. And I need your help. I'm not asking for donations. I'm asking for one simple thing. Tell other people. If you know somebody that's got a lot of money or is with a bank or somebody that has the same ideas that wants to help out or become a part of this, please do. I'm asking you, really. As a community, which means everybody, every walk of life, every person, male, female, everyone. We need to get together and work and do and help each other. Every day we should be helping each other. Every day we should be watching on each other and making sure no one is messing around our house or property or damaging our property or threatening us. We need to be on the ball 24 hours a day. We need to be ready. We never know when that day is going to come when a foreign army or domestic army is going to be coming down that street. And what are we going to do? Run, hide, and cry. It's going to be too late. And I'm not talking about taking arms up and defending yourself and doing all that other stuff. But you need to have a plan for survival, because we never know what's going to happen. Maybe we'll get lucky and the meteor will hit the earth and poof, we're all dead. We're all gone. We don't have to worry about anything. That would be the greatest thing to happen. But then, if there's those of us that are still alive and we still have to live on nothing because we weren't prepared, then I'd rather help people to be prepared than have them stand beside me in heaven. Because this is what I am to do. And I want to do this. Folks, I can only talk so much about this, and I know I ramble on, and I'm sorry for that. But the whole point here is I want to do something different in the community. That's why I named this project Community Preparedness Place. It's not just going to be another store that sells stuff. People that know me know I'm a true person. I don't lie. I don't make stuff up. Sometimes I get misled by what's being told to me, but when God talks to you and tells you you are going to do this, and I want you to do this, and you will be able to do this because of my help, and I'm going to do it. Because now I'm to the point in my life where I've sat on my butt long enough. Now's the time to get up and do action and do something. I beg you, people, please go out and talk about this. Show people this video, and let's make this happen. I will give more input on it at later dates. I'm in the stage right now of trying to put a business plan together, and I'm sure I'm going to be laughed at just like I did last time. But I'm not going to make the same mistake. And I'll be honest, when I had my first business, which was Airsoft Outfitters Gear, I was naive to think that using 5 credit cards was going to save me and have my business. I'll never do that again. I'm much smarter now. Well, some days. Thank you again, folks. I appreciate everything that you're doing. Please post my videos. Let people know what's going on. If you have questions, please contact me. If you have any comments, I don't care if they're good or bad, please contact me. Let me know what you think so we can make this happen. Thank you. And may God bless you every day. Amen.